Good morning, everybody. It's Marty, the JavaScript party, and my buddy Rhett. And here's a nut for Rhett. Here you go, girlfriend. There you go. There she is. Oh, all right. So we're working on unit tests. I think we have all but one taken care of. And then next steps after this will be to get end-to-end testing. I feel like we don't really have, well, yeah, I guess we have like a new uh, middle thing that maybe we could test for. I'm not sure. But yesterday I ran the tests. The tests haven't run yet today, but we could still see what's going on by yesterday's um, unit test coverage, Karma, Istanbul unit test coverage. So we see we have two lines and two branches that are uncovered. And if I remember correctly, yeah, this one should be super simple. And then this one might or might not be. Yeah, yeah. I don't have the vaguest idea what this guy down here is. ST render created. This guy right here, like it depends on the layout update layout service render ID being greater than 0. Now we could break this down and make this a lot easier now that I think about it, because what we could do is we could set a variable and then pass that variable to a function, and then that function can run um, and it has a regular variable instead of a signal. But we're just going to just write it out. But I suspect that's actually going to end up being the solution. Unit tests are in fact running at this point. They all pass. We have 146 of them. They're called specification. Each one of these is a specification. All right, so now we need to find, does editor view element exists? And I think that the purpose of this, I'm not exactly sure, is just to make sure that the native element has actually been attached to the component. Um, there's like a whole life cycle, and at some point the component doesn't have anything, and then at other points it does. Um, and I'm guessing up here I named something viewer view, yeah, up here. So anyways, so let's go ahead and try to find it. I have three methods for finding things. One is like to search on this in the code. That's probably going to be, to me, the most easiest and most natural. Alternately, I could go here in the file and then find it that way. And I guess those are actually the only ways I know how to do it. So I almost always do it this other way because I'm not as comfortable with that. But this time I'm going to do it my old way just to make sure it still works. So here we go. We go here, and then we can close this, and then we can bring it open, and it'll take us right where we were at. And here is our unit test file, TypeScript file, and this is our um, and now we can run it. So I I really like it if I can use the name of the function to describe what the test does. So checks if DOM element, if editor view DOM element exists. And I have no idea why it's always doing that iterable thing. Checks for editor view DOM element existence. And then boom, and there, and then boom. And basically we want to create an app layout component. It looks like we actually do it right here. We fake a component. And we actually gave it an offset with now it's very tempting for me at this point is to just call it from this function, this test. but I'm not going to. All right. And then like it's also very tempting to kind of create like a function that just returns this or something like that. I do not really believe in the whole dry thing in unit tests. Um, I think that even, I don't know, I'm not 100% on this. I definitely, and I don't even know that it matters because I do think the days of unit tests, unless there's some major change in the way things work, I do not see value. I don't see where the unit tests bring the value they deserve. Now, like I said, as an individual, unit tests are amazing because they do, they're just really effective at finding little blind spots and little spots of gaps in your knowledge. Um, because you can just get a lot of stuff done and have massive gaps in your knowledge, but it feels like the more you get done with the more gaps in your in your knowledge, the more you sort of feel like a zombie. And I don't like feeling like a zombie. Um, const exists equals uh service. This is a service, right? Is it service? No, component. This is our update layout service, and it's checking to see if the viewer. So yeah, it's checking to see if let's reload this thing. And to me, this is the most important thing. And I've only been doing it for a little bit, but the most important thing is just an opportunity to really make sure you understand everything. So this thing is the viewer. You cannot draw things on this. So ThreeJS can't really do anything with this until that DOM element exists. Um, so apparently I need a function that checks to see if that DOM element exists. So component. I would imagine if we dug into it, we'd find out that the that like we unleash ThreeJS on it if it exists. Oh, it looks like actually we don't really determine the width and the height of it until till it actually exists. Like how can you figure out its width and height if it doesn't exist yet? Um, I'm guessing that's what it. And now we expect this to be true. So I'm just gonna hit save because it had been saving me time. Let's see, we had two lines not covered and two branches not covered. I'm assuming we'll have one line and one branch not covered after this is over. Nope. Now we have 6 lines. Oh my gosh. But we only have one in here. So I'm guessing that uh, something is coming in as not tested. Not 100%. Yeah, see, like these. And now, literally, if we just hit reload, I think we will have like hundreds all over the place again. Yeah, see, now we're down to one line, and I will say that that is probably the number one frustration, and it's really like it's just a frustration for regular people. Like in our situation right now where we're coding and we're just writing some code for fun and stuff, it's not that big of a deal. But uh, when we uh, but like in a corporate environment where they have CI/CD, this is a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare. It can actually like completely stall out, and it 3 teams, 3 agile teams, 10 developers on each team, costing the company 100 $100 an hour, and stall out the entire team for a week as everyone tries to figure out how to get things to consistently pass in the pipeline. Um, and I don't know. It'd be interesting to know if the folks, whoever maintains Jasmine Carsman, I don't know what their financial situation is like. Do they even make money off of this? You know, maybe they don't even make any money off of this, and then like people are like hammering them, saying, "Hey, you need to get to be true. You need to get this working for us," and it's just like some multi-billion-dollar corporation banging on three people that maintain it or something, like you got to get this working for us, and they're just like, whatever, why do I care? And then Angular is just like, well, they're getting banged on, and then they're like, well, we can't really. Um, oh, we're back down to this lower number again. So we're at 6 lines of code. So it still didn't, like, it just depends on the way, the order things are covered. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff. But all right. So now we're gonna. I'm gonna see. I mean, this is just like a opportunity to learn something for me. Um, see if I can. What is going on? Shift. So wild when something kind of throws you off your game. You're just like, I don't even know where the. That's definitely not right. So wild. Oh, there it is. It's 9 and 0. I've just done that from muscle memory for so long that. So checks to see. Checks for renderer existence. Existing. Comma. Comma. Chameleon. Always want to put semicolons here, which you can, but it is unusual. It's not particularly typical. And then basically I want to do component dot, what is it? App layout service dot. I wonder if I can just add it, access it, edit, render ID dot set. Is it private? Oh, there's set. And it's looking for a number 1. So this is like exactly like if you have an architect that is extremely, like, not even extremely, just even the slightest bit OCD, this will drive them nuts. The fact that I'm setting something in a service, like they would not want to even know that that's even possible. Um, no, it's const result exists created is equal to component dot is. So I believe what this should do is it should when it gets this, it'll actually get the latest value, which was set on the line before. But expect. We're gonna try it again. I kind of liked how it worked last time, where I did the expectation later to be true. I get cocky once in a while, and I try this, and find it takes longer to just get the coverage first, and then worry about the expectation. Okay, so I don't think it's running. Now, last time I did this thing and oh my gosh, it like freaked everything out. Let's see, did it run again? See, it didn't run again, I don't think. It's kind of hanging though. And I don't want to go through the whole thing of like I did last time where I hit reload in this page and then like had to completely shut everything down and get it back up because we're so close. All right, I'm gonna do it again. See what happens. Oh, cancel. Some of your pages did a full reboot. So what happens if I do it now? Yeah, this is where everything just went sideways. And see, it wasn't doing this. I don't know if we've gone past a certain amount of freaking memory or what. But all right, so now we have 100% coverage on that. So that worked the way I was hoping. Let's see. I'm guessing. Oh, look at that. We are perfect. Perfection. One of the few things in code that you can ever get to perfection on. So I guess that's probably another thing that we like about this. But anyway, so now we have 100% code coverage. I'm going to run unit end-to-end tests tomorrow. I don't think, I can't remember if we need to. Like maybe we need to write a unit test that, or an end-to-end test that just checks for this toolbar existing. And that'll kind of set us up, make it a little easier in the future. And there might already be one too. Who knows? But basically, I think we need to just check to see if, let's see, probably if this toolbar component exists app at update layout toolbar. Probably that'll be good enough just to check to see that that actually exists would put us in a perfect spot for when we do start adding stuff. But once we're done with that, then I'm just going to do it, um, compile it, or I'm going to write the end-to-end tests, get it passing, commit this stuff, push it up there, push it up, maybe even merge it with main, probably merge it with main, then create a new branch for Angular 22 to try to do the upgrade. When the upgrade is done, um, fold it back in, and then I have to do a refactor, which is going to take forever, but we need to add a new thing in here that shows this for groups, and then meshes need to always be inside of a group. And that will, I think, will solve a lot of problems down the road. I hope. If we ever get down the road, who knows if we'll even get there. I mean, we have just been toiling at this thing for 7 months now. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to think. Anyways, happy coding, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye.